Hey there everyone, Luke here. Sorry about the delay with the review this week. I was tired yesterday, so I thought do it today. As always, like if I'm feeling tired, I'll do it when I'm feeling up for it, which was right now. Now, one thing I want to say is Mission Yozakura got the #1 spot in the table of contents for this week's chapter. So round of applause for it, and also as well. Come on Twitch, because at the moment I am reading Berserk with whilst Ann Arbor is streaming. So if you want to see me lose my insanity with one of the most well adored seinen manga, come and see me on there, and also check out the other videos that we've got coming. We've got quite a few in the pipeline coming up, including the In Space video for Power Rangers, and also the hopefully as soon as possible the tier list for Power Rangers from the Sword On era. So look forward to those videos coming up. But for now, let's dive right into the chapter. Alright, so this will be chapter 179, titled Hiyofumi vs Anti-Futaba. So I guess we're getting towers like this. I mean, we had Uncle Koricho versus Papa Tao, now we have Hiyofumi versus Anti-Futaba. So what next? We're going to get Alpha versus Uncle Shinzo. Is that what we're going to get? Guess we're good, moving on with these titles. So anyway, the chapter starts off with a few moments from the ending of the last chapter, where we have Koricho in his office looking over some papers, as he has monitors all around him. So basically, he has like an advanced security system overlooking the entire academy. As he's like, and the fire fan, another intruder, 38 kilometers southwest. There's no end to the idiots trying to infiltrate the school. Tune them to a post. So basically, he's like, oh, we've got idiots again coming after the school. Don't they know when to quit? Nope, they don't, because like Team Rocket, antagonist groups never give up Koricho. And again, Koricho being Koricho is just like, since I have the security system, I can spy on my family while I watch the little twins. While I watch them to make sure they're safe. But as he does this, he notices that Futaba and Hiyofumi are going outside, as we see that Futaba creates a massive bubble, basically like a structure to protect them, to protect them from the fact that they're basically in an ocean, so like an invisible barrier to protect them. And she's like, I made use of my Ayaka skills to make the pocket universe here for us, and it won't break, but it's not hard. And it will gently bounce off you, so we can go all out without any issues here, without anything to contend to. And she uses her Ayaka skills to make a spherical, like bouncy water ball in her hand, and all Hiyofumi has to do in order to get her stamp is just, okay, Hiyofumi, if you can pop this, then you'll get my stamp. So try and come at me. But of course, Futaba, being one of the more experienced Yozakura siblings, being in a lot of battles compared to the likes of Shion and Nanano, she knows at this point, like, there's no way Hiyofumi is actually going to be able to hit this thing at her skills. But this is what I feel is not the point of this exercise. It's to feel like, okay, Hiyofumi, you really want to protect Alpha, you really want to prove to yourself that you are a Yozakura, then come, try your best to hit this, even though I know it's not going to be possible. And Hiyofumi, deep down, I think she does know that she's not going to be able to do this, but she's like, I've got to give it a go. It's for me as a Yozakura, and it's for Alpha as well. So she's like, thanks, Anti-Futaba, I can go all out. And Futaba, like, it's just being so calm here. That's like, good. I can't wait to see how amazing my niece is. And but deep down, it's like, yeah, I'm still better, but I'm not gonna show it. I'm not gonna be as upfront as Koricho here. And this is where Hiyofumi was just like, okay, Alpha, this is a dangerous situation, so you better go inside. And Alpha, being Alpha around his sister, is just like, Hirofumi, don't be stupid. Why do you even have to fight like this? Because Alpha doesn't understand like what Hirofumi's actual motive here is. But she goes on and explains in her mind of just like, I know the fact that I'm being selfish and stubborn, and I know that Aunt is just playing along with me too. I'm so dumb, I'm clumsy. Basically saying like, look, I am not as good as Auntie Futaba here, but I've got to do something to prove to myself deep down that no, I am good to be your big brother, and to not have people coming and taking you away from me. So you've just got to sit back, watch how good I am here. As we get a new technique from Hirofumi called Hirofumi Yo-Yo Swing. It's spelled with a Z, not an S, because I guess it's more indicative of Yozakura. Maybe, but basically, what she does here is use her energy here to just thrust the yo-yo, kind of like a bullet going from point A to point B in just like supersonic speed, and Futaba has the ball right out in front of her, and as soon as like the yo-yo tries to get within an inch of the ball, goes straight up in the air, as Hirofumi is just like, what just happened? What just happened right here? And before she even knows it, she is being pushed back and being hit on the walls by I guess the ricochet of the yo-yo. So it's basically like, what? And just and ricocheting off it. As we get the revelation here that not only did Koichiro design the yo-yo for her, but Shinzo made it for her, which makes total sense. Shinzo has always been like the weapons tech expert of the Yozakura family, so that does make the most sense that Koichiro would go. I guess all the Yozakura siblings knew about them beforehand, and it wasn't just Koichiro, which again makes sense. Like it. No, wait. I believe he did mention that they all knew about it, but they were like, okay, we can't get involved. Yeah. Pretty sure he did. He did mention it. I'm sure Pyjans will bring this up, that it was mentioned a few chapters ago. But yeah, it does make sense that Koichiro would go up to Shinzo and be like, okay, their daughter, our niece, I know exactly what she needs. She needs a yo. Actually, that does beg the question of like, why did he pick a yo-yo? Like seriously, why was it a yo-yo? I guess you can't have a pogo stick. Well, no, actually, a pogo stick could work for. No, actually, like seriously, someone answer this question. Why did Koichiro find out about Hirofumi and thinking like, I know the perfect weapon for her, a yo-yo, in the same way I know the perfect. I guess with Alpha it makes more sense because the watch is more technical aspects, which does make sense for Alpha because he's more like the more brainiac of the two of them, more akin to Shion, so it makes sense for it to be. I guess because it's more akin to Futaba's Aika energy, and so I guess that's why he picked a yo-yo for Hirofumi. But that's besides the point. Futaba goes on and says like, its speed and impact are impressive, but the flow of my Ayaka turns energy tags into another source of power. You won't be able to pop it. Basically, like, look, brute force is not going to work here for me, so you're going to have to come up with different tactics to actually get this ball of water energy popped here, as she uses her swirly whirlies, but of course them are just also dying off it as Hirofumi seems to be being pulled back again by the ricochet of all of her attacks, and the fight between the two of them is just drawing a lot of attention here, as all the academy people are just like, oh, what's going on out there? The two kids fighting like a pro, but wait, isn't one of them a Yozakura? And Alpha reiterates that Hirofumi's yo-yo is made of a super light alloy. Its speed and spin can generate hundreds of kilometers of impact to the force, but that little film turns them all away. and he's just amazed of just like, okay, wow, this is really the power of Mara's siblings here. So yeah, there's no way Hiyofumi can beat her, and she should know that better than anyone. And yet Hiyofumi does know that. But like she said, she's not gonna let this go. She needs to prove herself to Alpha, but more importantly herself, that she is capable. But this is where we get introduced to two new characters, two new kids who, from what happens in this chapter, I assume, and Pydrons, these are going to be the rivals for Alpha and Hiyofumi. Now, one of them has a scar similar. So wait, if one of them has a scar similar to Tile, does that mean he's Kai's kid? Since he has Kai has a scar on his. Wait a minute. Let me. Yeah, Kai has a scar on his right eye. Like, I do believe it's on his right eye or not. It's like these scars just travel all over the place. If you go back and look at the chapters, some of the chapters, Taio's scar, it tends to switch either side. But yeah, since this guy has a scar, since this male kid has a scar similar to Kai and Taio, does that mean he's Kai's kid? Could be. And this other kid with the hoodie and the gadgets. At first, I truly believe this is Shion's kid. Like this was who it immediately reminded of. Like, this has to be Shion's daughter. Which, if that's the case, that would definitely get me thinking of like, oh wait, we're finally getting into extended members of the Yozakura family, not just the head of the family's generation. No, extended family members. And again, it's always baffled me that it's only been Mutsumi's generation to be like, yeah, we're the ones with the siblings. Like, no. None of the other heads can only be only childs, considering Asa was so keen to spread the Yozakura blood that Tsubumi gathered, or that Tsubumi generated all over the world. Like, there's no way that Tsubumi only had one child, and then that child only had one child, and then so on and so on, until we got to Mutsumi. Because if it was the fact that Mutsumi was the only Yozakura head that had siblings, that would have been established way back at the beginning of the series. So yeah, where are the uncles? Where are the aunts of Mutsumi, Shinzo, Shion, Koricho, and the rest? Where are they? Where are the great uncles, the great uncles? Where are all of they? Come on, series. And where are the cousins of them? Like, seriously, can we just get a confirmation that if the Yozakura siblings other than Mutsumi can have kids or not? So anyway, these two kids go on as they are watching the fight and analysing it and saying that, oh, Hiyofumi is trying to overpower a deflection type skill, which is so dumb of her, and they're doing this all in the presence of Alpha. So they're basically insulting Alpha's sister in the presence of Alpha. And if we know anything about Alpha and Hiyofumi, is that you do not talk smack about one or the other in front of one or the other. And the female is like, oh, but she's going up against the Futaba Yozakura. What else can she do? She's clearly outmatched here. As the cocky little boy here, it's just like, and that's exactly why you've got to switch up your tactics. She's got a ton of length with that string. At the very least, you could tangle her up in it or something. I don't know why she's so stubbornly insisting on bashing with her head. For a member of a legendary spy family, she sure is a disappointment. So yeah, this is why immediately after I was like, wait a second. Yeah, these kids can't be related to the Yozakuras because they wouldn't be talking smack about their own family unless they don't know that they're own family. But then again, like I said, the boy might be related to Kai. He might be Kai's son. That's still a possibility given the scar on his head. Oh my god! I've just thought about something. What if he's Kai and Reen's son? Because, I mean, he has a scar similar to Kai. Now, I know scars aren't genetic, but come on, the fact that he has a scar similar to Kai and Tao is like, how can you not think of at least Kai in that? But he also has a similar, like, smack-talking personality in the same vein that Rin has. So, maybe, and he does actually have the same facial expressions as Rin, so maybe this is Rin's son, Rin and Kai's son. I mean, it is possible, but did they ever have that relationship? I don't know, but that'll be something to explore if that's the case. But anyway, as they continue to talk and bash each other, and bash Hiyofumi, Alpha uses his watch and it's just like, has the male at gunpoint, and he's like, insult Hifumi one more time and you get the shock of your life. And he's just like, oh gee, the other Yozakura, when did you get here? And the girl is just like, dude, he was here the whole time. When you pay attention, you were so badmouth about it that you didn't even notice. And even though he's like, hey, I'm just telling you the truth, he still gets a shot and it's like, yeah, I warned you. I'm sorry. As we actually finally get their names. So the boy is called Lando and the girl is called Nemo. So we're gonna have a Finding Nemo reference in this series with Nemo. But yeah, Party Jams did bring this up to me. This brings this up in the Control Chaos Discord by saying, yeah, he's not really a big fan of these names, and yeah, they are pretty weak names. But still, weak names aside, what they'll have to do is establish them more as rivals to Alpha and Hifumi. I mean, they've pretty much established it right now that they are like, yeah, I'm not impressed by this legendary family right now. So yeah, I don't really have to pay attention to them. But then gets a shock. It's just like, how dare you do that? How dare you do that to me? And yeah, so they're gonna have to do more to prove themselves further down the line. But yeah. Alpha goes on and says that, yeah, Hifumi does act stupid sometimes, but she actually isn't dumb. Even I don't know what goes through her head half the time. Seriously, seriously, trying to get in the heads of one of the Yozakura siblings or one of the Yozakura family members in general, it's just going to make your head explode. Alpha continues on and gives praises to his sister about how he can tell that there is a purpose for why she's going all out with their aunt, and when she's fighting for something important, that's just the way she is. So he warns Lando once again that if you insult her one more time, I'm gonna make you pay. I'm gonna make you pay for it. And of course, Lando being just like a smart, arrogant, cocky kid, it's just like, go ahead and try your little mosquito supper. And Alpha's just like, okay, I'll just turn it up to the max then. And as Alpha is doing this, Hifumi is listening in, and this is where Futaba really gets the idea of what's going on. That she was unaware of the situation, but she realizes, like, in your eyes, I was trying to steal Alpha away from you, and she's sorry that she didn't notice it, but Kengo was always telling her that she was too dense to even realise things that were basically in front of her. And if that's the case, there's no need to fight. That's all for now. And this is where she turns her attention to Kirichiro, just like, yeah, I know you're watching Kirichiro, and so you might as well just make your presence known. And this is where Kirichiro does make his presence. It's just like, I'm glad you started training the twins properly after your arrival, but you shouldn't have come and seen me first for a tearful reunion hug. But of course, Futaba being Futaba, it's just like, yeah, when have we really ever done that? But that's besides the point. You've been watching and you have all these cameras all over the place, so you must know that there are intruders coming, and Kirichiro confirms that there is a large submarine coming and it's approaching their boundaries, and after they target us, or is it target the school, and they have no idea which one they're targeting, but if they can spot them at a distance, they're only small fry. And this is where she gives Hifumi a very valuable lesson of what it means to be a Yozakura and to work together as a team, as they both start to power themselves up here. And she's just like, okay, Hifumi, this is what you need to do. You've got to relax your body. Swig is a good skill, perfect for someone as fought fighter too, but one person can only have so much strength. That is why we borrow the strength from others, or in this case, borrow the strength from other family members, because that's the main strength of Futaba, being able to bring everyone together to make themselves feel better about themselves, because she generally is the motherly figure of the Yozakura family. And she goes on and says, the flow of wind and water, don't push against it, flow with it, take the strength of others and make it work with you. As they use a odd and neat Kamehameha, I I barely know anything about Dragon Ball, but yeah, I know the Kamehameha of just like, let's power up together, as they're able to blast the yo-yo at such full force that it not only creates a rumble in the ground, in the sea floor bed, but it's also able to just completely obliterate this submarine. So that is how strong Futaba has gotten over the past 5 years, being able to do something as incredible as that right off the bat. Just like, okay, we need to show how incredible Futaba has become in the past 5 years. I know, use her Aika energy to power up her Ilfumi so powerful that her yo-yo, her tiny little yo-yo, can destroy an entire submarine. If that's not showing how badass Futaba is, I don't know what will. Everyone else is just completely flabbergasted by this. Like, they're just like, what just happened? And Alpha is just as amazed as well at the fact that the move itself was still Hiofumi's typical swing, but how could it change the accuracy and increase its power that much? Alpha, this is the power of the Yozakura siblings. And Futaba goes on to explain, you two have way more time than we ever did. Yes, this time I did most of the work, but at the same time, it was your abilities that were able to get through this situation here for me. After all, you have Alpha. You don't get stronger to earn some right to be with someone. It's being with someone that makes you stronger. Perfect message for a series like this. Like, being around people and having them as someone to fight for is what gives you strength. And that's just like in Ayaka. For now, she goes on and advises them like, okay, you guys should learn and train, and then when you come stronger, challenge me again. And next time, if you're able to win, I will give you my stamp. So I guess we're not getting the stamp right away, which is good. Like, it would have been like really rushed, in my opinion, if Hiyofumi was able to get the stamp right at this moment in time. But no, even though Hiyofumi was proven like just how much potential she has got, she's still got a long way to go until she gets those stamps. So I'm guessing. I mean, Party Jumps doesn't like this idea, but I'm guessing we're going to be with the I believe Party Jumps, you did say that what I said when I said that we might be with the getting the stamps for the rest of the year. That might be the direction we're going in. No, it might be someone else. Like if it wasn't Party Jumps, it was someone else. But basically, someone was against the idea of having this whole entire mission in this entire training arc of getting the stamps for the rest of the year, which, yeah, I can see why someone would be against it, but at the same time, it gives us a chance to probably get reintroduced and reacquainted to the Yozakura siblings, find out exactly what they've been doing, find out more about the people that are actually at the academy and what their abilities are. And like I said, if Lando is Kai and Reen's son, that'll be something that will be fun to explore, being able to see Kai and Reen very early after the time skip. But anyway, that's besides the point. Futaba believes that that they're both going to become stronger and cooler and so much more powerful that she can't wait to see it. And this is where Hiyofumi is just like immediately like, no, I love Auntie after that. She is so cool. She is so cool. And this is where we get the last scene with Nemo and Lando when they're just like, oh, I don't know what happened, but I guess it's over. And Lando's just like, okay, so maybe she does have a cool skull after all, but she still has to have a grown-up helper. And of course, not giving Hiyofumi praise in front of Alpha only gets him another shock, and he's just like, okay, listen up here, Alpha. You sleep well right now, because when we get to class tomorrow, we're gonna beat you to a pulp. And Alpha's just like, I never want to see you again, but you're gonna see him tomorrow, Alpha. You're going to see him tomorrow in class, and it's going to be quite the hilarious show where he's just going to be like, Alpha, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you. Stop shocking me. But yeah, we round up the ending of the chapter where we have Koricho just being like, oh, what a productive and fulfilling day. Now for one last glimpse of those precious sleeping faces, as of course Futaba has blocked off the camera that gives them access to the room, and she's just like, get a dictionary, look up the word privacy, and it's just like, damn it, Futaba. But at the same time, tomorrow the twin start classes, the rest of our siblings are slowly arriving too. Mission Yozakura has begun in earnest. This is likely your last peaceful night, so sleep well, children. But of course, they're not sleeping well. They're fighting over like, heal for me. I wanna have the place of Auntie Futaba. No, I want the place of Auntie Futaba. As Futaba's just like in the middle, being like, yeah, I have deja vu from when I was in this situation with Shinzo, with Shion and Kengo, and that's where the chapter ends. So. Not really much to go off in this chapter. It was just basically like Hirofumi getting reassurance of the fact, no, she is worthy to be the sibling to Alpha, but at the same time learning to accept that, yeah, there are others out there that are gonna love him just as much as she loves him. Now the question remains is like, who? Well, we know that Shinzo's going to be the next one because I feel like we are going to go in order from oldest to youngest. So Shinzo might actually be the homeroom teacher for them. That's always a possibility. Like, he's the homeroom teacher, and the first class is weapons training. So that may be the case. Like after. The next chapter might be just a slow build up to the reveal of Shinzo being the homeroom teacher for Alpha, Hirofumi, Lando and Nemo, and just basically being like, okay, first lesson of the day, weapons training, but that just remains to be seen, and whether or not we're going to have more enemies trying to get into this school whilst we go through this training arc with Hirofumi and Alpha, that also remains to be seen. But anyway guys, what did you think of this chapter? Let me know, like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz, and this will be Lasherluke signing off. Later guys.